So I got this thing wrapped up right here. See this, guys? I wrapped it up. Somebody hand this to me, and it's very important that I don't open this until the very end of the very end of the episode and realize it's not what it is that I think it is. That's what the Rings of Power is. Why wouldn't you open the damn thing to see if it's in there still?
Man, yep.
Come join us. Folks, look, we'll talk about them. So welcome back, folks. My name is Tom. I'm your host. Welcome to Movie Nerds. My special guest today is Dave Owen. He's back.
What's up, everybody?
Today we are going to review 3 shows, and we're going to do She-Hulk, which was actually not a bad episode, a very predictable episode, but it was not as bad as I thought it would be. And we're going to do the Rings of Power. And then we're going to go to Andor. Is it Endor or Andor?
Andor is that's the planet.
That's the planet. That's right. So
the Return of the Jedi.
So how you doing, Dave? How was your weekend?
Oh, good. It was good. It was busy weekend.
Doing drill.
Yep.
All right, let's get into this. Yeah. Before we start, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Please subscribe to Movie Nerds. If you haven't seen us before, all we do is just a bunch of guys or 2 guys that's sitting in their respective place. I'm in my wife's baking area. As you can tell, there's baking everywhere, like right here. There's all her color stuff right here. She's a baker, and then and so I use her. This is our studio. And we're just here to talk about our opinion, not facts, of shows, movies, streaming, anything that has to do with entertainment. The entertainment business we tend to talk about. Not a lot of like TMZ stuff, but once in a while we'll talk about
some drama.
But that's what we do. Please don't forget to like, comment, and let us know what we can do. And next week, I'm planning on doing our Looking Back series to bring that back. And I think we're gonna do Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Aubrey and Jen will want to do that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'll let them know. But let's get into it. Let's go to She-Hulk. Once again, I don't know what the heck is the internet is thinking, and all these critics saying that this is a great writing, great show and good acting. I don't see that, but I have to admit, Dave, I enjoyed this episode more than I thought I would.
Did you?
Yeah, I like the aspect of, now let's get out of the way. We knew the guy was the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
because it's one of those trope, like all of a sudden this guy comes in and just interested in her right away. That's writing 101. Bad guy come in right there.
Handsome Asian guy. Don't trust those handsome Asian men.
Don't. I enjoyed the kind of like
the group therapy session.
That was funny. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was good.
I like Tim Roth. I think his role in this show actually fits what an abomination should be. I thought it was pretty clever. I didn't mind if it was the show was about him and her. I thought their chemistry is good. I thought that was good. I do like the aspect of her going on a date. Everything is going well, and you all of a sudden you get into you learn about the person that you're dating, and all of a sudden you get a little bit intimate, and then all of a sudden they don't call. I think I relate to this episode. I think a lot of ghosted? Us. I think there's plenty of times I've been ghosted. I'm not but I don't take it as personal.
I've definitely ghosted girls.
Yeah. So I think I can relate to in this episode better than any other episode. Now, that being said, it was really goofy. You get those guys come in, and then she remembers the guy from the second episode. And they realize, oh, hey, I'm not that anymore. It's like, why?
That was a little hard for me to swallow.
Yeah, so I didn't appreciate this. So it's still not a good show, and I'm sticking to it because there's only 2 more episodes, and the only reason why I'm sticking to it is because we're gonna get Daredevil coming in
Next episode.
next episode. So
It's
that should
Friday,
be fun. So
Thursday.
hopefully it's not too less what's the word I'm looking for? Lackluster. Like he just comes in talking and leaves. Like
It's gonna be like all the other Marvel Disney Plus series. They're gonna save the big action set piece for the end.
but I don't find the threat to be believable.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
they haven't built they haven't built up any threat. There's been no distinguishable protagonist in this.
yeah. Like who is the protagonist in this? Dating? Sure.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
dating could be bad. I don't know. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I still don't think this series that good. I'm putting this series last. At least Falcon and Winter Soldier, I can at least enjoy some dialogue, some banter between
The action's pretty good.
the action is okay. So, but here it's just this is a bad show. I'm not sure what people are thinking, but what you think of this episode, Dave?
So I liked the group therapy session. That was fun. Just like kind of teasing out what her deal really is with She-Hulk and why she was, I don't know, she's apprehensive yet not yet she'll embrace it because she can be that athletic, popular, confident girl that she always wanted to be. Yeah, I think that was probably the best part of the episode. It was kind of, I don't know if it was felt forced. It was
kind of a little boring, like a little of course it's very predictable.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting, I'm like, okay, when are they gonna reveal that he's the bad guy? And then waited to the end. I thought it was kind of lame. I was like, what?
Yeah. That I thought that was, I don't know, it's kind of a, if she is in a state where you can draw some blood, because that was the emojis he sent to whomever his boss is, right? If you can penetrate her skin, if your goal is to kill She-Hulk, that's the opportune moment. If they're trying to just like get some genetic info so they can replicate it and turn into another Abomination, I'm confused.
And here's the thing: what's with the emoji?
I don't know.
Why are you emojiing?
Are they trying to pander to younger audience?
It looks like they are.
That's what it seems like to me.
I don't know. Here, the Rotten Tomato has it at 80. The average tomato, Rotten Tomato has it at 80s. Yeah, has it at 87%.
Critical rating or the audience rating?
Critical. The audience is 36.
Oh yeah, that checks.
I'm not sure what the heck these 87 so-called critic is watching. What are they watching? I'm so confused why they think this show is so good. It's
follow the money is my opinion. Follow the money.
Anyways,
Disney Plus gonna add their ad-supported tier, and then those critics are gonna get a kickback.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else?
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's leave this episode behind.
Yeah, let's
ghost it, just like the dude ghosted She-Hulk.
Tell us what you think of this episode, folks. Did you like it? Did you not like it? We're excited for the next episode because Daredevil will be coming in, and that should be fun. Yeah. Let us know down below. Comment down below if you. Let me ask you a question. Do you think this show is worth 87% on Rotten Tomato? Do you think it's 80% worth watching this show? So let me know down below. All right, let's move on to our next segment or next review.
I got to comment on my camera setup here for real quick.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
I'm trying something new, so it try to track and frame my face. I got a new camera, so I might ditch it for next time. So
how much did you pay for this?
I traded it. I traded a camera for a camera. So anyway, that's what's going on. It's all built into this camera. So yeah, it's weird.
Let's go to Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, aka why don't you just open the wrapper to see if it's in there?
He wanted the Horcrux.
Oh my gosh. Okay. let's start off with you, Dave. What'd you think of this episode?
I thought this was like a direct mirror of, or not mirror, but like I don't know what word I'm trying to find, but it was the Two Towers. It's Helm's Deep. It was
Correct.
Return of the King, all wrapped up in a 40-minute episode. And we find out. I don't even think we find out really anything.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Like
I mean,
it was straight up Helm's Deep. That's what that's they're like,
which
this is gonna be our keep.
which is
This is where we go.
to me, Two Towers is the best of all the three
Oh
trilogy.
yeah, it's fantastic.
I love Two Towers.
The pacing was really good. It
perfect.
moved the plot along really well.
The only thing I know that we're talking about Rings of Power, but George R. Martin, the person who wrote Game of Thrones, although he had people coming back from life, so I'm Jon Snow coming back. I'm not sure. He said that he would have loved he would have loved if Tolkien would have just kept Gandalf dead.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it would have made it more powerful for that character and for what he sacrificed for the Fellowship of the Ring to go forward. I kind of agree with him to a certain extent, but it still works. What how Tolkien ended up doing, and it still works. It's fine. Like
Yeah.
because to me, it's like I always thought it was weird to just like kill off that gray Gandalf and then place the white Gandalf. Just place him there in the
Is
forest.
there I know we're talking about Rings of Power, but is that kind of like a nod to Christianity, like a
I believe
Christian
so.
allegory for Jesus
I believe
Christ?
so. The resurrection coming back. It is, but just I mean, besides that, comparing to the religious aspects of it, I do agree with George R. I think that it would have been more powerful. But then
Yeah.
again, we wouldn't get the you have no power here, Gandalf the Grey. Like, anyways, the
Yeah.
Rings of Power.
I like the fight between the elf and the big orc. That was kind of fun up until the very end of it. That was, but yeah. And then the other thing that I kept thinking was that sword is just a Horcrux for Sauron or Sauron, just like the ring. He's got Horcruxes all over the place. Yeah, I don't know, man. This series, I why are they playing out the whole Sauron's gone, but he can come back again from the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Well, did they say he was gone?
He was defeated.
Yeah, but he wasn't gone.
The Uruk, the original Uruk, said that he killed him.
That's a good point.
I don't know. I feel like they're teasing out Sauron just like they did in the Lord of the Rings, like shadows of him and like whispers or whatever. And I feel like they're just trying to recreate that, but it's falling on deaf ears for me.
So you didn't like this episode?
No.
Yeah.
No, they're just retrying
I can see it. I can feel you. I feel you there. Okay. Anything else?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
If it comes to
maybe
me, I'll speak up.
I think this is the best episode of the series so far.
Okay.
For one reason and one reason only. We stuck with one storyline.
That's true.
We never went to anywhere except for just that one storyline of them coming. Now we do know that the timeline is different. There's time lapse, and then like it was because it took them longer than just to get from the boat from that city there and then to go rescue. So there's a time lapse or time difference in the story and how they came. That's when the present time comes together, and then the story goes on from there. I thought that was pretty clever. I do think now there is a threat for the entire time. The last this is the episode 5. Yeah. For the last no, this is episode 6, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's 6. I believe that this episode had a threat at the end of this episode, and the threat is real. Because now it's tangible, like you can see the mounds are blowing up, everything is blowing apart, and destroying.
Yeah, I can see that.
So there is a sense of a threat now, I do wish they would have killed off that girl. I think sometimes
Yeah.
show needs to be like, look, I've been watching Game of Thrones, although season 6, 7 is and 8 is kind of late. It's not that good because they didn't have any source material to go off of. They made things
Yeah.
up. This and so with this, there's like with Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, they're not afraid to kill off main characters and important characters. Like here, it's like I knew the girls wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
I knew the boy wasn't gonna die. Like I wish there was sense of like like some type of like risk, some type
Yeah.
of consequence of decision that you make. You want to fight these guys, there's consequence, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
And
I
there was I liked, okay, now that you talk about the risk, like they did kind of while they were all huddled in the tavern or whatever in their Helm's Deep. They started just killing
very
people.
small Helms Deep.
Yep, the orcs just started killing people. And then there was the traders that I've got, that's a gripe. That's another gripe. Do you want to say sorry, I interrupted.
No, go ahead.
The traders that left
Yeah.
and then they sent them in. And the one guy's like, we were fighting against our own. I'm like, no, you were fighting against people that completely turned their back on you.
Yeah.
Like, and
I'm
they'd
a,
come and tried to kill you. You were defending yourself and you're feeling bad about this because you were deceived.
yeah, I agree with you. And I thought it was, one of my favorite scenes is the conversation between the dad and the son. What's his name about the horse and stuff. I thought that
Oh yeah.
scene, I
Yeah.
thought that scene worked for me. I thought it was very powerful. My gripes about this episode was, of course, it's a, it's lazy writing,
Yeah.
and that is, oh, let's wrap this weapon up because we're gonna do a switcheroonie, and you're not gonna know. Like, folks, if you know that something important is wrapped up in there, you want to see it for yourself to make sure that it's still there. For you to know, I already know that they're gonna do the switcheroonie because he walked out and said, "Hey, I got something for you." He's gonna take the sword and he's gonna go do what he did at the end of the episode, but no one bothered to check the damn thing. Like,
Yeah.
you made it important because Gabriel came and talked to the elves and said, "Oh, we got to get him. We can't let him go. He has something we need." You went through all that and you don't check it once,
Right.
like
The whole
the whole
time.
time. Like, it doesn't it dawn on you to like just open it up and look? Like, come on. It's not even about writing. It's common sense 101.
Yeah.
If I buy, okay, so I collect shoes. I don't have a lot, but I do like Michael, I collect Jordans. Like, if when I buy the Jordans and I get it, I'm gonna open it up and look at it to make sure that that's what I ordered. Why aren't you gonna do that to make sure that it's there? Like, it's just common sense to me. I don't care what just happened.
It's a MacGuffin.
I know, I hated that part. The other thing I hated is Gladiel. She didn't do anything. She ride her horse down. She chopped one guy off. She rolled around her horses, and then that's it. Like, what the? You built her up.
Dodge a couple arrows and
You built her to be this great warrior, and she didn't do anything. And then she went after that elf, the evil elf, and that dude tripped him. Where did she go? He had a minute conversation with the elf, and then she finally came back. Like, does it take you that long to turn your horse around?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, I know I'm nitpicking, but these are like things that are there's these, I call it common sense. These things should happen this way because it makes no sense for her to take that long to turn her horse around and then finally talk to, like,
Stop him from killing him. Yeah.
I just don't find it believable. I wanted to, like, it's got to be somewhat believable and real because it makes no, and
whatever's going on between him and Galadriel is kind of weird too. Like,
yeah,
that feels forced.
I don't know. It was never really like presented to us in the last 3 episodes, but now you have this little,
all of a sudden there's a connection.
I don't know. I don't buy it. So she didn't do anything. She just ride horse and like, oh, who's that? She said, She's the commander of the North. That's not Jon Snow. Jon Snow is the commander of the North. Anyways, that's my gripe. I thought, and I still think it was the best episode. Just because
Bar is very low.
just because I feel like they stuck to one storyline and that was good.
Yeah.
Because the other one, they were like, besides episode 3, I thought episode 3 was good as well. That's when
Okay.
but other than that, I don't know about this series, man. It doesn't look good to me anymore. Like I feel like it's going downhill from here.
Yeah.
So
So I guess I would say, like, if you're wanting to just sit and not think about it, it can entertain you.
yeah, I'm still entertained. I thought the fight scene was cool.
Are you not entertained?
And then when that guy put that sword in there and Mount
Oh, Mountain Doom.
Doom came
As
up,
soon
and
as
I'm
they
like,
showed the peak, I was like, that's Mountain Doom. My wife's like,
eh,
what? I'm like, just wait.
yeah, and that's when, that when shit's gonna happen, and it did. Like that's when,
Yeah.
the threat is real, and I love the scene where Gladio is just standing there,
as the
and the thing came, she didn't even move. I
stood in the cloud. Yeah.
that was bad A. That was
Yeah.
bad A.
So
anyways,
that was her badass moment.
One freaking time, it's like, come on, give her. She didn't even.
At least she wasn't smirking.
I don't know. Anyways, anything else about the Rings of Power, aka Open the Rapper?
Is this the end of season 1 or
No, you have 2 more episodes. It's an 8.
Oh, it's
there's
8 series. 8
I
season,
believe
8
I believe
episode
so.
season. Okay.
I don't know. I think so. Let me look
Okay.
that up.
Because I mean, if you want to end the season on a cliffhanger, the revealing of Mount Doom is a good way to do it.
No,
And
they're
then
gonna
pick up next season. But if
they're-
there's gonna be 2 more, I guess I'm wondering where they're going with this.
Well, I don't know. Let's talk about that. Where are they going with this? Besides the fact that we know the history of hold on, the Rings of Power.
So I'm still sticking with Halbrand as Sauron.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Let's think about it. He's king of the Southland, and Southland just became Mordor.
I can see that, but I don't think he's that. But they kept saying, "Oh, I've done this. And what have you done?" Like they kept going with his stupid past. There's how many episodes is this?
Oh yeah, something was going on between him and that elf.
Yeah.
Orikai or
Yeah.
whatever he is.
So something I know I can see your prediction to be. I think he might end up being that. Yeah.
But I don't know if there's other history of Sauron that I'm not aware of in like other writings of Tolkien. But
we know that he's gonna come back. We know that he's gonna somehow convince everybody to make rings.
yeah.
So
well, and the dude is a blacksmith. He knows how to blacksmith.
that's a good
He knows how to
point.
work a forge. He can make a really good blade.
That is a good
To
point.
say he can't make a good ring.
I might buy that one actually.
So
Okay.
he's playing a long game here.
Anyways, folks,
We'll see.
Lord of the Rings, The Ring of Power, episode 6, title: Open the damn cloth. Just open it and look. My God. Anyways, let me know what you think of this episode. I still think it's probably their best episodes yet. We are gonna find out what happened to the Hartfoot, and then to what was the dwarf and the elf? What's his name again?
Elrond and
yeah.
Urin.
So that should be interesting how they're gonna figure that out. And so, let us know what you think of the episode. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Like, is something that you enjoy? Is I know this for a fact. House of Dragon is blowing this show away because House of Dragon is just so much better. And so, and I've been on Game of Thrones. I've been rewatching it again, and man, first 5 season was great. After that was just terrible. But anyways, let us know down below. Comment what you think of the show so far, and we're gonna talk about the next episode. Hopefully, it's better than this one, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's move on to Andor. This is Andor episode 4. Guys, this is the best show on television. It's so good.
Number 1, huh?
It's so good. I would put it up there better than House of Dragon, just because I feel like the spy aspect of this, the double agent, the pretending to the change, being somebody that you're not, and actually perfecting that other, the other person that you, and being in basically behind enemy line, and
Yeah.
trying to destroy within, and having to like be careful who you talk to. There's spy everywhere looking for you, that the empire's looking at you. This show is so awesome. And the fact that you have another rebel, group down in the valley somewhere,
Yeah.
raising
Living off the
goats,
land, living off their
raising
goats.
goats, and goats has four horns. Go figured. But
Star Wars.
Star Wars. And I love the fact that, the dynamic of the group. They don't want this guy to be here, but she vowed for them, or she has to, because and this episode is probably my besides, maybe I might put this episode up there right now. That's
This
probably the
was
best
good.
episode. It was
Yeah.
good. Good acting. Mon Mothma came back from Rogue One. The same actor. Now it's not the same actor as the one in
Mon Mothma.
the girl. I think I said her name wrong.
Is
What's her
it
name?
the
The one,
senator?
the senator is.
Oh,
Yeah. It's hold on. Let me see.
see, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
She was the leader of the rebel. She was in the Rogue One. She was in
same actress.
same actress. Yeah, not the
So they've got
original. The
okay.
original one
Well,
was
not the
different.
original. That was yeah. She appeared in what, Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. That's not. But this one is played by Guy. Can't even say her name, but her last name is O'Reilly.
Okay.
But yeah, she was in Rogue One. She was also seen in what other she was on? What other show she's showed up a lot, and so now she's reprising her role as Mon Mothma. I think that's how you
Giving
say
her a
her
little
name.
bit more backstory in the
Yeah,
Senate, in the
Senate,
Imperial Senate.
and it gives you what she has to deal with. It's pretty. I don't know. This movie made me fear for these two her life. Like she's
She's
in
in
the middle
deep,
of, yeah, in deep, and
trying to
so
fund a terrorist cell.
it's crazy. Uh, I don't know. I don't find any. I don't think any of this anything in this episode. I don't find anything that's wrong with it. I thought it was fine. The pacing was good. The acting,
Yeah.
of course, was good. I think we're gonna see something pretty fun in an upcoming episode of what's going on. There was a lot of things that's going on. There was a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. When that guy, the guy who was one of the Imperial, came into the camp, and he was pissed off, like, what is
Oh
this?
yeah.
Yeah. And he said, we were transferring some engineer. I think that's what's his name from Rogue One.
Oh, Urso.
Urso,
Galen
yeah.
Urso.
Yeah, I think it's him. There's so many other things that in there that like had like connection to
Yeah,
the
they
Clone
mentioned Saw
Wars,
Gerrera in
Saw
this.
Gerrera in there, and so this show is really good with for that for like 40 minutes to 30 minutes episode, can give us so many things about a certain character. Like I didn't talk about, like the first two episodes, or the first few episodes, that guy, the officer who was so gung-ho on trying to find out who killed.
Yeah.
Like you can tell who he is, and it's a great and brilliant the way the writer did it, by the way how he fixed his uniform, and it made it even better. Like you can tell what kind of person he is
Yeah.
by just that one thing that they mentioned about, like, oh, you fixed your uniform. Yeah, I made it a little bit better. And whether it's like, you can tell he's an overachiever.
Yeah.
Want to get to,
He's got aspirations. He wants to
yeah.
climb that corporate ladder.
So I don't I feel like I love the fact that we get a little bit of glimpse of Martha
Mothma.
husband, yeah, whatever, her husband, and how that guy, he doesn't even care. Like he'll die with he'll die with the enemy, and and the sad thing is, like, they're more fun. That's the line that I love.
Yeah.
They're more fun. Like, oh man.
Yeah. It makes you feel for her life, the struggles.
So
Rumor is that you bought me a gift. It's going back. This dang dinner party.
I love the episode. I thought it was great.
It kind of shows you the like the infrastructure that was built in Coruscant.
Well, here's the thing. I'm digging this show because we're getting what the side of what the Empire, how they run things. And I thought it's very clever and cool to go into this, like they hate each other. They're trying to step over each other, they're trying to get promoted. So you get the then this is just the security unit that we're dealing
This
with.
is a, this is a corporation. This isn't
Corporate,
even like the military.
yeah.
This is like a
So
government contractor.
yeah, and so we get a glimpse of how they're working, and like, they're not only they fired people, although Darth Vader killed people instead of firing them, but you get it's like a job. It's like
Yeah.
these guys have a regular 9 to 5 everyday job, and it happens to be for the Empire. So I thought it
I,
was pretty clever.
I thought it was interesting how they brought in the bureaucracy of the empire, right? The white uniformed officers
Yeah,
running the bureaucratic side. We need the reports and don't waste my time with this or that. Like this, it's a corporate mentality, but it's a militaristic corporate mentality.
yeah.
So
So, right now, prediction: that girl that wanted the her wanted that box because it's in her
oh yeah,
jurisdiction.
that's her sector or whatever.
Yeah, she's gonna turn into a good guy. Just
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
You
that
they're setting her up to be somehow to like to 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 realize that Empire isn't all that she thought it would be, and she's gonna turn on them.
oh
Watch.
yeah,
She's
because she's new to this
yeah.
what this job that she's doing.
Well,
Yeah,
she's been there for
that's
a year or two, I think, according to what they said and what well in
yeah,
the show. So I think she's gonna turn good,
I
somehow.
can
And
see
so
that. I could definitely see that. I'm curious to see this operation that they're trying to pull, how
and
they play this out.
and can you how clever is the writing? They're going after their supply, basically their money,
Yeah,
and they're trying
yeah.
to basically start, like, what's
But
the word,
they're doing it
start.
because what's his name? Stellan Skarsgård's character. He's trying to fund it. He's trying to get
Yeah,
money. He's trying to
money.
get money from from Mon Mothma. He's trying to get money from this operation so that he can pay off his mercenary, but
Yeah,
so that he can start funding the rebellion. So this is like the beginnings, really,
yeah,
of militarizing and arming the rebels.
that's true. Dude, what's his name again? Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård.
He is such a great actor. that
Yes,
that one scene when he
dude.
put on the wig, and
Yeah,
he's
I was
kind
like,
of,
who is this guy? He's all flamboyant.
yeah, and he's
He's
trying
an
to get
art
into
dealer.
character. He's trying to get into character, and he has to make sure that he's him, the art dealer or whatever his name is. So it's like, this guy is good, man. Like, he's such a great actor, and I believe what he, like, his character believes to be. And I thought the hands down, I think it's the writing as well as his acting.
The
And so
writing and the cast is really well done for this show. I thought
I'm
I was done with Star Wars, man. I thought I was.
he's good.
But this is yeah.
And I
I
hope
didn't
it keeps
realize.
up.
Yeah, me too. I didn't realize Diego Luna was one of the producers too.
Yeah, he is.
So
So
his
so
acting has come a long way.
he's
Like he
good
was
in this
good
one.
in Rogue One. He's good in other things that I've seen, but like he's done a really good job. Like
He's was in excuse me. You ever seen the movie with Tom Hanks, The Terminal?
yeah, he's in that.
Yeah, he was in that. Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was
see
good. He was good in that. He was the one that likes Zoe. What's her name?
Zoe Deschanel.
Gamora.
Oh, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, she's in that. So he likes her in that movie and try
Oh
to get
yeah.
with her. And so
Okay, I might have to go
so
watch that again.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know what else. There's nothing. There's no gripes to me for this one. The pace was fine. The spy. I think, to me, the spy aspect, the secret keeping, the double agent type of,
It's an espionage show for
it is.
sure. Like
It is.
it didn't start that way. It started as a poor guy just trying to
Well, here's the
not
thing.
get pinned for murder.
So you get the arc of the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes, the arc is who this guy is. Now,
And they closed it out really well too.
They closed it out pretty well. Like, he's accepting the fact that he has to move forward and do whatever this job requires. Now, from now on, the 4th, 5, and 6 and on, I think it's a different arc. Now it's about doing this mission. So that's the brilliant way of writing. It's like you have first 3 episodes to understand what the arc of that 3 episodes is, and that is who he is and where he come from and who will he become. And
Yeah.
then now it's like, okay, the mission. So we're gonna go for it. I hope. I can't wait for episode 5. I can't. It should be good. Hopefully.
How many runs are they doing? Did you see 1 season?
I don't know. I know they're greenlit to do season 2, I believe.
Oh,
already.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say, if they're gonna build this up for 6 years,
I'm telling you, man, the creator of this, Tony Gilroy, the more I watch this, the more I realize Rogue One was his movie, because Rogue One wasn't directed by him at the beginning. It was directed by Garrett Edwards, and
Okay.
they didn't like what he did, so they brought in Tony Gilroy, and they changed so much. In fact, if you go back, I agree. If you go back and watch the very first, there's a trailer, the Rogue One trailer. The ending in that trailer is different than what Tony Gilroy did in the movie itself, because it had them running on the beach. You have Jen Ursa running on the beach with the thing. Well, they didn't do that. They cut that away, and they made her. They did it where she's up there with what's his name, Cassie, and so I think now the more here's the thing. If you go to Rogue One, the credit goes to Garrett Edward. But the more I watch this show, the more I realize that was Tony Gilroy had his hand on that movie more than was his Edward. And so he's so good at this creating this storyline for them.
Espionage, spy.
I don't know how many episodes is there though. I'm trying to find out.
Because I think that was what Rogue One had over other Star Wars movies. Was it was different than your normal Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
it wasn't all about the Force and the Jedi. It was, we got a mission to accomplish.
How many episode is
we're gonna get live feedback, folks.
It doesn't say. 12 episodes. This one has 12. So
okay. Oh, really?
12 episode. Yeah.
For season 1.
Season 1. It's the longest one, so longer than that. Folks, I'm here to say right now, and I know Mandalorian has 3 season ahead, or 2 season. Was it 3 or 2?
Third season. Done 2. They've got a 3rd coming.
No, I thought they already did 3.
No, you're thinking of the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Well,
because the Mandalorian was the best part of that show.
He was in that. He was in that movie or that show, so I thought he was in there already.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Season 3. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's a different show.
Yeah.
This is more dark and more like adult Star Wars, like more mature.
It's gritty.
And
there was somebody on Facebook, they said what did they say about it? They said the Star Wars grew up. That was their comment on it.
Oh, nice. And so Mandalorian is different. It's more of a, not a kiddie, but a teenage, I guess you can say. Like it has baby Yoda in it. So it's kind of like
they're casting a wide net as far as the audience they want for that show. And this is like,
this one has the tone of Empire.
It's almost like Tom Clancy stuff.
Yeah, there you go. The like Mandalorian has like the New Hope or Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And or Return of the Jedi,
even
aka
some Clone Wars stuff. Not so much Clone Wars, but like Rebels.
New Hope is more New Hope too. Is a little bit more fun. The Return of the Jedi is a little bit more kid friendly with the
like family stuff. Yeah.
With the stupid Wookiee. It's so dumb.
The Ewoks.
The Ewoks is so.
That's Endor.
Like, come on, folks, really? Like, George, really? Like, and here's the sad thing is, I'm gonna get hate for this. The Return of the Jedi is just New Hope 2.
Yeah.
Everything is just New Hope. They're going to destroy a Death Star again.
Yep.
Again. It's just it was. That's why. What's his name? The director who directed Empire. Here's the fun facts for you guys. He was set to direct Return of the Jedi.
Oh man, that would have been a much better movie.
But he read the script and he couldn't do it.
Really?
He couldn't do it. He said, "I can't do this."
It
It's
does
not-
feel like two
it's-
different movies.
no,
Very
no.
different movies.
He said, "We're redoing." This is his word. We're redoing New Hope. That's exactly what he said. You can find this information
Yeah.
in a Star Wars story, or How the Star Wars Conquer the Universe. That's a great book, by
I'm
the
gonna
way.
have to check that one out.
So
You've recommended it in the past.
So, anyways, folks, let us know what you think of Andor. So far, I think to me, I might be the minority, but I think it's better than Mandalorian. I think the Mandalorian has more of like the the wow factor. Like, oh, here comes Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, and they're building a culture, right?
Yeah.
They're building the Mandalorian
So-
culture and the two different sects of the Mandalorian culture.
Yeah.
So they're
And-
building that. I think that's what that has going for it. There's a mystery there around the Mandalorian, whereas this is spy thriller, espionage, building the rebellion. So
Yeah. You can't go wrong with
more
this show. I think it's better than the Mandalorian. I'll be the first one to say it. But it is a different show. So we'll see what season 3 holds. I heard the trailer looks really good. I've seen the trailer, but there's a one trailer that they showed at
Disney
D23.
thing.
Yeah, and they said it was pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, folks, let us know what you think of Andor. Let us know what you think of this episode. Comment down below. Have a conversation with us. If you hate She-Hulk like I do, if you think the Rings of Power are just too stupid to open the package to see if it's still there, and there's nothing wrong with Andor. It's great. Go
Nothing
check
wrong
it
with
out.
Andor.
Now, I want to thank my guest Dave for showing up again.
I'm gonna ditch this camera for the next time. It's so weird.
It's all good. At first, I was like, "What's going on?" And I thought you kept moving. But we will be back next week again to review the same thing until it's over. I might actually start redoing House of Dragon. We'll see how it goes. I want to watch the whole thing first. It's getting kind of like almost like they're starting over, because now the older actors are coming in, because the younger is now gone because they grow up. So it's kind of like almost like having to get to know the character again, but in a different light. And so we'll see. Anyways, make sure you subscribe to Movie Nerds. Don't forget that I am also on YouTube and as well as Apple Podcasts. There are days when I wish sometimes I just do podcasts. It's just so easy.
Yeah.
So easy to just edit. But I don't know. I can't go to YouTube. Gotta get it out. Maybe one of these days I'm just gonna go straight to podcasts. Just get rid of the show. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. Folks, have a great night, and remember, be kind.